Good evening, everyone. How are you all? I hope that you all have been doing great. And today I will be discussing IMO sample papers of level 2 for grade 3 today. Okay, so let us start. First of all, I would like to tell you that this paper is divided into two sections. The first section is mathematics, which contains 30 questions, and each question consists of 1 mark. Okay, so let us start. Question 1 says, compare the given abacuses and put the correct sign in the box using less than, greater than, or equal to. Okay, so in order to solve this question, first of all, let us find out the number that these two abacus are showing. So for the first abacus, this will be in thousands place, it is 5 beads. In hundreds place, it is 3 beads. In tens place, it is 4 beads. And in ones place, it is 5 beads. So the first number is 5,345. Now talking about the second abacus, in thousands place, it is 5. In hundreds place, it is 3. In tens place, it is 5. And for ones place, it is 4. Now, this is the second number. Now, when we compare this, we can clearly see that 5,354 is greater than 5,345. Therefore, the sign that we'll put is less than sign. Okay, so the right answer for this question will be option A. Question number 2 says, Anish spends rupees 89 to buy 5 chocolates and 2 pens. Okay, now if chocolate cost is rupees 15 each, then find the cost of one such pen. Okay, now how much money did Anish spend in total? That is rupees 89, right? And this money he has spent on 7 items, right? Now, what does these 7 items consist of? These 7 items consist of 5 chocolates and 2 pens, right? So we can say that the total of these two is rupees 89. Now, it is given in the question that each chocolate cost is rupees 15. So we can substitute the value here. So we can say 5 into 15 plus the value of 2 pens will be rupees 89, right? Now, the value for 5 pens will be 75. So we can say 75 plus 2 pens is equal to rupees 89. Now, the final value for 2 pens will be rupees 14. Okay, so now since the value for 2 pens is rupees 14, so to find the value of 1 pen, we will divide this 14 with 2. So the final answer will be rupees 7. Now, in the question, we were asked to find out the value of 1 pen. So the value for 1 pen will be option C, 7. Question 3, find the sum of unshaded fractions of the given figures. Okay, so let these figures as, let us consider that these figures as 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now talking about the first figure, the fraction of the unshaded part will be 3 out of 5. Why? Because total number of parts is 5, and out of these 5 parts, 3 parts are unshaded. Now, fraction for the second figure will be 2 out of 5. Why? Because total parts are 5, and out of these 5 parts, only 2 parts are unshaded. And finally, talking about the third figure, the fraction will be 3 by 5 again, because total number of parts is 5 and 3 parts out of these 5 parts are unshaded. Okay, now the total for this will be, let's say 3 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 8, and the denominator was 5. So the final answer will be 8 upon 5. Okay, that is option A. Question 4. What day will be the 35th day from 20th September 20XX? Okay. Now, as we can see in this calendar that is provided to us, 20th of September was Monday, right? Okay. Now, we know that 7 days consist 1 week, right? Now, how many weeks will be there in 35 days? So in order to find, so let us divide 35 days with 7 days. So we'll get the total number of weeks. So the total number of weeks will be 5, right? 5 weeks. Now we know that whenever we talk about 1 week, suppose today is Tuesday, and if we consider that 1 week after today, so 1 week after today will also be Tuesday. Therefore, similarly, 5 weeks after Monday will be Monday itself. So the right answer to this question is option D. Question 5, find the value of Q minus P whole divided by 2. Okay. Now, in this question, can we make individual statements? Can we make individual equations? Yes, we can do. So now, first of all, let us find out Q. So in order to find out Q, can we make the equation that 1 minus 4 is equal to Q? No, this will not be true. Why? Because 1 is smaller to 4. Therefore, we cannot subtract 4 out of 1. So in order to make this equation correct, let us take a borrow from here. So if we take a borrow, we'll add 10 here. Okay, now this will become 11 minus 4 is equal to Q. So the value for Q will be 7. Now, similarly, talking about P, can we say P minus 2 is equal to 2? Okay. Also, one thing that we have to take care of is that 1 was borrowed from this place. Okay, so we have to also subtract 1 from this. Okay, now this will become p minus 3 is equal to 2. So the final value for p will be 5, right? Now, since we have got the values of p and q, let us substitute it in this equation and we'll find the final answer. So q minus p whole divided by 2 will be, value for q is 7 minus value for p is 5 whole divided by 2. So this will be 2 divided by 2. So the final answer will be 1, right? Therefore, the right answer to the question is option B. Question 6. Our ladder is 5 meter 25 centimeter high. Sneha has climbed 3 meter 28 centimeter. How much more does she need to climb to reach the top? Okay. Now, in this question, we are provided with the total length of the ladder, right? So the total length, let us note down these values. So first of all, we'll make two different sections, one for meter and the other for centimeter. So the total length of ladder is 5 meter and 25 centimeter, right? Now, the length that Sneha has already climbed is 3 meter and 28 centimeter, right? Now, if we find out the difference of these two measurements, we will get the value of how much length is still left for Sneha to climb, right? Therefore, the difference between these two will be 1 meter and 97 centimeter. So this is the right answer. Therefore, the right answer to the question will be option C. Question 7. The given clock shown here is 15 minutes, 5 minutes slow. Okay. Rohan went for playing in the evening at the time shown in the clock and come back after 25 minutes. Okay. What was the actual time when he come back to his home? So before solving the question, let us note down the time that is being shown in the clock. So if we see the hour hand, it is at 5. So it will be 5. Next, if we see the minute hand, it is on 2. So it will be 10 minutes, right? Now it is given in the question that the given clock is 5 minutes slow. So the original time will definitely be 5:15. Okay. Now it is said that Rohan went for playing and came back after 25 minutes. So we have to find out the time when he came back. So in order to do so, let us add 25 minutes into it and we'll get the time when he came back after playing. So if we add these two, the final time will be 5:40. So the right answer to this question will be option D, 5:40 p.m. Okay, question 8 says, which of the following figures has least number of sides? Okay, so now let us count the total number of sides of each figures one by one. So talking about the first side, the total number of sides will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So the total number is 7, right? Now talking about figure B, the total number of sides will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So here the total number is 12. Now talking about this figure, the total number of sides will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so the total number here is 6. And finally, talking about this figure, the total number of sides will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, now if we compare the total number of sides of these four figures, the figure which has the least number of sides will definitely be option C. Why? Because it has only 6 sides. Okay, now it is a scenario based question. So it says the given pictograph shows the number of books of different subjects in a library. Study the pictograph carefully and answer the following questions. Okay, so now in this pictograph, we are provided with different subjects and the total number of books each subject has in the library. Okay, so now it is to note down that one star represents 10 books. So total number of books for mathematics will be 30. For science will be 30 again. For English it will be 20. Computer it will be 20. And finally for Hindi it will be 30. Now since we have already solved the pictograph, let us see the questions that follow. So question 9 says, what is the difference between the number of books of mathematics and the number of books of English and Hindi together? So in order to solve this question, let us note down the numbers of the mathematics books, okay, individually and the total of English and Hindi books. Okay. So first of all, we'll go back to the pictograph. See, the total number of books for mathematics is 30. So let us write it down here. And the total number of books of English and Hindi will be, for English it is 20 and for Hindi it is 30. Okay, so it is 20 plus 30, which means it is 50, right? Now it is clearly visible that the difference between 50 and 30 is 20. Therefore, the right answer to the question will be option C, 20. Question 10, there are dash more number of science books than computer books in the library. Okay, now we have to compare the number of science books and computer books. So let us again go to the pictograph. Now, the number of books of computer is 20. Meanwhile, the number of books of science is 30. So here we can clearly see that the difference is of 10, right? So 10 will be the right answer. So we can say that there are 10 more number of science books than computer books in the library. So the right answer will be option A. Okay, question 11. Find the largest 4-digit even number that can be formed using the digits 2, 3, 5 and 6. Use each digit only once. Okay, so whenever we are asked to make the largest number, we always arrange the different digits in descending order. Okay, now the largest digit is 6. Then the digit slightly smaller to 6 is 5. Then the digit slightly smaller to 5 is 3. And the final digit will be 2. Now, in this question, it is said that it should be an even number, right? So, since it has 2 in its ones place, so it is definitely an even number. So, the right answer will be option C. Question 12. A family bought a total of 183 packets of milk in the month of March and April together. If they bought equal number of packets on each day, then how many packets of milk the family buy in March? Okay, so what are the 2 months that we are considering? We are considering the month of March and the month of April, right? Now, how many days are there in the month of March? It is 31 days, and for April, it is 30 days. So, the total number of days here will be 61, right? Now, it is said that the total number of packets for 2 months is 183. Now, if we divide this number with the total number of days, we will get how many number of milk packets were purchased each day, right? So, this value will be 31, okay? Now, in the question, it is asked that how many packets of milk the family buy in March. So, in single, okay, now in single day, sorry, I'll rectify this. This will be 3. So now in single day, 3 packets of milk were consumed. So therefore, the total number of packets bought in the month of March will be 31 into 3, that is 93. So the right answer for the question will be option B, 93. Now, question 13. Find the missing number. Okay, so let us consider the missing number to be x. Now, in order to find the value of x, the equation will become 165 into 52 into 10 divided by 572 into 50 will give us the value of x, right? Now, if we calculate the upper one, the answer that we'll get is 85,800. Okay, and if we calculate the value of this, we will get 28,600. So this will give us the value of x. So the value of x will be 3 units. Okay, so x is equal to 3. So the right answer to the question will be option B. Question 14. 184 people are to be divided into teams with 8 people in each team. Okay, find the number of teams. Okay, now in order to find the total number of teams, we will have to divide the total number of people, okay, with the number of people in one team, that is 8. So the final answer for this will be 23. How? Let's see. If we divide this with 2, this will become 4. If we divide this with 2, it will become 92. Now, if we divide this with 2 again, this will become 2. And if we divide this with 2, it will become 46. Okay. And finally, once again, we'll divide all of this with 2. So this will become 1 and this will become 23. So therefore, 23 is the final answer. So the right answer is option C. Question 15. What fraction of the letters of the word expand is consonant? Okay. In order to form the fraction, let us find the numerator and denominator separately. So to find out the denominator, first of all, we will count the total number of alphabets in this word. So the total number of alphabets, as we can see, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So denominator will be 6. Now we have to find the fraction of consonant, right? So the total consonants here are 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is X, P, N and D. So this will be 4 out of 6. So the right answer is option C. Now it is a scenario based question again. So it says, study the given figure carefully and answer the following questions. So in this figure, we are provided with the measurement of a painting brush, a crayon and a key in terms of nails, right? So first of all, talking about the paint brush. So the paint brush is equal to 4 nails. Okay, now talking about the crayon is equal to 3 nails and finally the key is equal to 2 nails. Okay, now let us see the question that follows. So total length of crayon and key is dash nails. So total length for crayon is 3 and the length for key is 2. So 3 plus 2 will be 5, right? Therefore, our answer is option D. Question 17. Key is dash nails shorter than the paintbrush. Okay. Now, see, the measurement of the paintbrush was 4 nails and the measurement of the key was 2 nails, right? So the difference between these two is 4 minus 2, that is 2 nails, right? Therefore, we'll say key is 2 nails shorter than the paintbrush. So the answer will be option B. Okay. Now question 18 says, which of the following statements are true, right? So the first statement says a cube has 6 faces and 12 sides. So it means not sides, but it means edges, right? So this is true. Why? Because indeed a cube has 6 faces and it has 12 edges. Now talking about the second statement, Q says a cylinder has 3 faces and 0 vertices. Now what is a vertex? A vertex is a point where 2 edges meet, right? Therefore, it is true that a cylinder has 0 vertices. Now talking about the 3 faces, yes, a cylinder has 3 faces. How? Why? Because it has 2 flat faces and 1 curved face, right? Therefore, this statement is also true. So the right answer will be option C. Both P and Q are true. Okay. Question 19. If 35 passengers can sit in one bus, then 4,200 passengers can sit in how many such buses? Okay. Now, since we have to find out the number of this, what we'll do, we will divide the total number of passengers with the number of passengers that one bus can accommodate. Okay. So that is 35. Now, if we divide 4,200 with 35, the answer that we'll get is 120. Wanna see how? I'll show. Wait. Now, if we divide 35 with 5, this will become 7. And if we divide 4,200 with 5, this will become 840. Now, if we divide this with 7, this will become 1. And if we divide this with 7, this will become 120. Okay, so the final answer will be 120. Therefore, the right answer is option D. Okay, now question 20 says select the correct ascending order. Okay, now we have to look for each option and see if the measurements in the given option are arranged in ascending order or not. Okay, now the first option says 2 liter 350 ml. Okay, now for this to be in ascending order, the next measurement should be greater than this one. Okay, so the next measurement is 500 ml. Okay, is 500 ml greater than 2 liter 350 ml? Definitely not, right? Therefore, this will not be the answer. Now talking about B, uh, first measurement is 900 grams. So in order for this to be in ascending order, the next measurement should be greater. Okay, now the next measurement is 1 kg 200 gram. Okay, so it is in ascending order till now. Now let's take the third measurement. So the third measurement is 2 kgs 350 gram. Okay. Again, 250 kgs 350 gram is greater than 1 kg 200 grams. So it is still in an ascending order. Now for the fourth measurement, it is 1500 gram, which we can write as 1 kg 500 gram. Now, is this greater than 2 kg 350 grams? No. Therefore, this is not in ascending order. Now, option C says first measurement is 3 meter 20 centimeter. Okay. Next measurement is 4 meter 15 centimeter. Yes, it is greater than the previous one. Therefore, this is in ascending order. Now, next one says 4 meter 20 centimeter. Okay. Again, this is greater than the previous one. And finally, it says 5 meter, right? Therefore, this whole arrangement is in ascending order. So this will be the right answer. Okay, now question 21. How many tens must be subtracted from 7,280 to get 480? Okay, can we form an equation out of this which says 7,280 minus x will give us 480? Can we make this equation? Yes, we can. Okay, now similarly, we can say that 7,280 minus 480 will give us the value of x, right? So now let us subtract these. Okay, let us find the difference between these two. So this will be 6,800. Why? Because 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 8 is 0. Now we cannot subtract 4 out of 2. So we will take a borrow. So this will become 12. Now 12 minus 4 is 8 and this is 6. Okay, so this will be written here directly. Now, can we write this 6,800 as 680 into 10? Can we? Yes, we can. Therefore, this 10 can be written as tens, right? So we can easily say 680 tens will be subtracted from 7,280 to get 480. So the right answer will be option A.